Hi everyone, Kaycee Mullaney here from KayceeMullaney.com. So, had a few questions after yesterday, and this is something that popped into my head today that is really awesome, really important, and what I do every single time I start having fear or freakouts around money. I may not do it immediately, but over the years, this has been like one of the biggest things that's like actually shifted my energy and got me out of the fear. And so I just want to do a really quick little video today to tell you about it. So what you do is, so when you're focusing on fear, so say like something triggers you because something triggers a fear-based reaction. Yes, a lot of times it's just stuff that's in our money story. It's a belief, or it's just where we're like things that have been happening in our life in the past, whatever it is. But something takes you from like a neutral position to not having the fear to triggering a fearful response in your body. Now, any emotion that goes through your body, any actual trigger of emotion through your body actually only lasts about 90 seconds in your body. The rest is you or your mind deciding to continue the feeling of whatever is going on, whatever that trigger created. And so basically, if you're focusing on the fear, if you're continuing to go, oh my gosh, there's not enough, oh my gosh, there's not enough, or oh my gosh, like I'm freaking out about money or whatever it is, when you continue to focus on the fear, you will continue to create more fear in your body. And what will actually happen is you'll end up creating more of what you have. So I don't know how much, I know some of you guys know more about manifestation than others. Depends on how long you've been following me or following other people that talk about it. But essentially, you will create more of what is going on within you. So if you're very, very focused on things not going right, on that this bad thing is going to happen, then you will actually end up creating that, or at least having the environment for more wrong to come. So what you want to do, one, you're just trying to get your energy shifted. Like, because one, focusing on fear is terrible. Even if something bad is going to happen, like say, like heaven forbid, something bad, like actually bad, harmful to your being is about to happen, you will handle it totally different than you think when you're sitting in the fear of it. And so the thing you want to do is get out of that fear. And so one of the ways that I do this, because you make it all a game, you play with like, I make everything a game. Because it's all a game. We're all different. So it's all like, how do I get through this life and learn what I need to learn? So anyways, that's the game. So basically you're going, okay, this is where I'm sitting. This is how I'm feeling. This is how I want to feel. And if you missed my video from yesterday, definitely go watch that. But this is how I want to feel. So you want to bring your focus, like if your focus is on what you're fearing, your brain will keep bringing that fear up. You'll stay stuck on the fear. You will not be able to move out of the fear. And so that's not where you're trying to go. You're trying to get over here to a more neutral place, at minimum, ideally a place where you do feel abundant and can allow for more to come into you. So what you start focusing on is, what do I really want? Like, what would feel more ideal right now? Or even like sometimes what I've had to do when my money fear has been very, very strong, and I felt very trapped by it because it is like the main trigger for anxiety that I've had in my adult life has been money. So my child life, kind of, but not totally. But in my adult life, my main trigger for anxiety has been money. And so when you look at it and you're like, okay, well, I know this is stimulating an anxiety response in my body. I know that I basically have like an anxiety disorder. So how do I want to bounce out of this? This is where this whole game started for me. How do I want to bounce out of this? So what I would do is I would start focusing on things that like I know are not like necessarily right now. This is how I've manifested lots of awesome trips in my life. But something that would calm me down and also put me in an abundant state. So I will focus on like tropical vacations I want to take. I would focus on like Hawaii and this resort, and I would like turn on movies. And it doesn't mean like, when I say turn on movies, because I'm going to reference this again, it doesn't mean you have to sit down and watch the movie necessarily. It means turn it on and be in the environment of it. I would turn on movies that had Hawaii in them. I would make things like my screensaver or my the background on my computer of like tropical destinations. I would research, literally, if I'm sitting in crazy fear and can't get out of it, I would start looking at resorts that I wanted to go to that, no, I'm not booking that right this second, but it distracts my brain. And not only does it distract my brain, but it distracts my brain in a very abundant way. My brain right now is focusing on lack, on fear, on what I don't have. And so instead, I go over here to this lovely tropical vacation I would like to have that my brain has no resistance around, because it's like, I'm not buying that plane ticket right now. I'm freaked out about money, you know, like, but it allows my brain to be distracted, and not only be distracted to move forward in any way, but also be distracted in an abundant way, in something that makes me feel more abundant, something that makes me feel better. It just shifts my energy into a better energy, which then also opens you up for not only like your mind clearing and solutions to come, but it also opens you up for more abundance flowing into your life. Free things, awesome trips, like, you know, money actually into your account, all those things. If you struggle to believe that, you need to watch more of my videos. so anyways, essentially, you want to shift your focus onto something more abundant than you are right now. And sometimes you can go like, well, right now I'm stressed that I won't be able to pay this bill, or this bill. Let me just focus on the feeling of what it would feel like to be able to pay those bills. Sometimes that's enough. But depending on where you are with your fear, a lot of times your brain will still lock into like arguing back. It'll be like, well, you're afraid of this, and logically I don't see the way this is going to happen, so this is not, you know, like it'll argue back. So what I do is I focus even further out. Like, I look at diamonds. I've turned on, in the past, things that I've done. I've poured myself a glass of champagne. That's my alcoholic beverage of choice, if you don't know. So there's always some in the house. Like, some years it's been cheaper than others, you know, but always champagne in the house. And I'd pour myself a glass of champagne, and I'd turn on one of my favorite movies from when I was growing up, High Society, which takes place, if you're not familiar, it's Grace Kelly's last movie. They're all in like these mansions, and she's in this, you know, having a wedding and all this stuff. It's a very abundant movie, you know, like, so I would turn that on and it would shift my energy. Other ones I've used Sex and the City movie, because it's not like they're focused. Okay, good, I'm here. There's no focus on money in that movie in a negative way. Like, definitely do not absorb yourself in anything that's focusing on money in a negative way. You want to transition yourself into something that helps you feel abundant. This has gotten me, oh, hi, Christine. Hi, Chris. I've never called you Christine, I don't think. But anyways, like, you want to focus on what makes you feel abundant. For me, that's champagne, diamonds, tropical vacations. For you, that might be something else. For you, maybe it's like a trip to the mountains, or like focusing on like things you want to do with your family, or things that you might want to buy in the future, like, or enhancements you want to make to your home. Whatever it is, all it is it's getting your mind out of this fear onto a positive, happy distraction. And all it does is shift your mind out of the fear, and it gets you more into an abundant state. Let me know if you have any questions on this, or anything else that you'd like me to chat about around money fears, because they're my favorite. Like, not my favorite to go through, but they're my favorite to chat about. And you can always find me at kayceemalani.com. If you have any questions or want to, you can obviously post here in comments, but if you have any questions, or if you are interested in diving into this work deeper, definitely let me know. Offerings are coming soon. I'll have a program starting in January, and I obviously have, or not obviously, I mentioned it yesterday, that's why I said obviously, and I have a couple one-on-one spots available. So love you guys so much. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.